All right, what's happening, folks? I actually shot video coming out here and forgot to plug in the mic. Womp womp. All right, so anyway, my name's Ron. Sorry, Dust, you know how it works. This is Gunner. Welcome to our channel. We're at intersection 285, Vilas County in St. Germain Cloverland, technically. So I've shown you a lot of the trails and routes in this area. I haven't shown you this one yet. So that was the ATV park and ride. It's Muskelunge Creek Road, I believe. And we're going to hit, I'm sorry. We're going to turn left here off of Birchwood on the Snipe Lake, you know, game trail, Snipe Lake fire lane, whatever you want to call it. So, and we're on our way to the town of Conover, home to the Landover ATV Club headquarters. Our mission today, we're going to meet up with Gary Jr. and some of the other folks from Landover, and we're going to install some kiosks along some spots along the trail system. So now, in order to get into Conover, we do take a lot of the same trails that you've seen in the past. The reason that is because in order to get into Conover, you have to go to Eagle River. You got a squad out. Yeah, keep an eye out for logging equipment out here. It is Wisconsin's favorite season, logging season. So we're running a little late today. That's Gary Jr.'s fault. He knows it. And if he's watching this, he knows what he did. And don't try and say you didn't do it. You did. So, okay, we're heading to Eagle River here. So this is Ewald Lake Road. So just to clarify, that was a left on the Ewald Lake Road if you're taking this way. I know I trimmed a little bit of footage, and I think it was the Eagle River video I shot going through this, kind of this, the top of this ridge here, looking down into that valley. There's several neat spots like that kind of over here in St. Germain. There's what, 2 on Dead Man Lake and then this one on Ewald. Trying to think if Pincherry has one. I don't know. Here's our left. I think this is Pincherry. I'm pretty confident it is. And hopefully if I'm doing a decent job with my editing and not getting lazy, I'll hopefully have somewhere on like the bottom of the screen, you know, if it's a forest road like we're on now, hopefully the name of the forest road. If it's a trail, I'll probably give you the first 10 I hit, and then at the next 10, change it, you know, until we hit a road. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll workshop it. So you know these are forest roads. I really like these forest roads. The forest roads over here in St. Germain and Cloverland, I'm sure it's only that way because of swamps, lakes, and other challenging terrains that made it far easier. But I love how these forest roads snake all over the place, you know? I don't want to go straight. I want corners all over the place. Look at that. Would you just look at it? It's funny, I'm actually a little thrown off by going this way. Typically I run this I treat it like a loop and run this on the way home, you know. So here's our intersection. Okay, you're kind of familiar with this. This is Mud Minnow, so that was Pincherry. This is Mud Minnow. We took a ride on Mud Minnow. And we're going to start making our way to Eagle River. This forest road's super sandy. So if you're traveling with a crowd, keep that in mind. Probably gonna be a lot of dust. Especially, you know, if you're watching this in the future, 2021 so far, it's been a pretty dry year. It is what it is, though, you know. If you're concerned about the dust, you have two options. Slow down or ride more spaced apart. If you do choose to ride more spaced apart, I recommend running a radio. Radio unit in the front, radio unit in the back. If you're running with a big crew, it certainly makes keeping track of everyone a hell of a lot easier. And the thing to keep in mind is, you know, my hope is if you're up here and you're out like me in your UTV, you're out here to relax and recreate, have fun. You don't need to be in a hurry, right? That's what you left the city for. You know, assuming you came from a city. A lot of people up here right now this time of year from the city. Don't do that. That's how you get hurt, Gunner. Just sit in the seat, buddy. You're fine. So anyway, what's new with you all? You been doing anything exciting up this summer? God, I'm sorry. Along with all the dry weather this year, and I guess wildfires in Canada and every other thing, it has kind of wreaked havoc on my allergies. So we're turning right onto a trail. This trail has no tin. You're not on it terribly long. This trail is going to take you to, what, Balsam Road in Cloverland. Getting a nice sandy, windy trail. Lots of sand up here. So, and here we are, Balsam. So that was a left on Balsam. Balsam Lane, see it? And now we take a take a right onto County G, and we're gonna run this for a couple miles. So here we're taking a left. This is Katy Lake Fire Lane. You've all been here before, at least in my past videos if you've watched them. This is another one that I personally enjoy. Kind of a windy forest road, some slight elevation changes. Kind of runs ridges. I really need to get some nice fall footage. Show you all what it's like up here when the leaves change. It's pretty cool. on, Chippy. There we go. Smells really nice out here today. I don't know what it is, but some of these ferns, they just give off a real, I don't know, just a smell. So this is the Katy Lake Bridge here. You've no doubt seen this if you've seen my Eagle River video. It's an awesome spot. If you've got the time, I recommend kicking back and checking it out. That's Boot Creek right there. I feel like that would be a really good spot to put like a little gazebo, or at least a picnic table or something. Just a spot where people can stop, have their lunch, talk, whatever. So if you're new to the channel, first of all, thank you for checking it out. I hope you hit subscribe and stick around. But anyway, I shot a video the other day riding the Lake Tomahawk and kind of talking about some of the changes for that area since the town roads have now opened up over there. Unfortunately, I haven't, gotten around to posting that video yet. If I have, in fact, posted it, I'll have it in an annotation on the top of the screen for your viewing pleasure. But anyway, one of the things I was talking about along my ride there is, along with doing that ride, I was trying out a few things. One being a wireless mic. That was a logistical epic fail. And then the other was, I bought Gunner some goggles. And the goggles turned out to be a doggy disapproved epic fail. So I tried to get him to keep them on, but he started getting so frantic with taking them off that he was, kind of bouncing around in the machine. And at some point, I just need to realize that my stubbornness should not come before both our safety. If he's not happy and he's creating trouble for me as the driver, then neither of us are happy. So I can't say I'm not disappointed about it. I absolutely am, but it is what it is. So now we're driving on what is this, West Road? Yeah. Now, I thought this was supposed to be a 15 mile per hour area, and I don't know if I just didn't see the sign. I didn't see the sign. So I'm currently going 20. I'm actually speeding a little bit. But yeah, I legitimately don't know in this instance what speed I need to be going. So we're just gonna hold steady and hope we're not being naughty, Yeah, 15. See, I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. So the winter route that you would run from Eagle River to Conover is on this road. This is Boot Lake. This is one of many roads you'll take. We're going to continue. We're going to take a right, and we're going to head toward Eagle River. So from here, we're going to turn left onto County G. So now we're going to start on one of the routes you'll take to go to Conover. So this is Croker Road. We're taking a left. So for those of you that have been riding the Landover the Landover ATV Club trail system for, the last 5-6 years, this is the mostly original way you took to get in between the towns of Conover and Eagle River. It's actually kind of a cool spot, huh? You got a nice tree canopy to your right, a nice field, forest to your left. So I don't know if you can see it. I'm pretty sure there's vehicle headlights up ahead. Yeah, it's a box truck. I don't know if you see that. Oh, we lucked out. They turned. And we've got a person on a bicycle ahead of us too, so. Just remember, you're not always alone out here. So we kind of get off the pavement and we turn left on this is Deep Lake Road. You know, that I'm sure that little rascal didn't show up on the camera. At first I thought it was a chipmunk, but now that I'm sitting there going over the varmint crossing the road, the little white tip or whatever it was on his tail leads me to think that it was probably more likely a pine marten. So we're gonna diverge off of what I say it was, Deep Lake Road. Now we're taking this trail here. This runs between Deep Lake, Mathwig, and Buckatabon Creek. So you've seen footage if you watch, if you're on the Landover ATV Club Facebook page. I shot a video with Junior while he was trimming back the trees and shrubbery and foliage and whatever nature things were in there. In fact, I think that was about this time last year. So I kind of like to talk about these trails. As you can see, these are all really sandy. So to the point where Junior drags these, I think, at least once a week. But they still get washboarded up. There's nothing here. It's all sand. And I've read some comments on their Facebook page in the past that people complain about the washboard. Some people like it, some people don't. I guess the thing I'm going to say to you, if you're one of those people that doesn't, is the club does the best it can with the surface it has. But also, there are some things you can do with your riding technique to kind of make it a little better for you. So if you're on an ATV, maybe sit back more on the seat. If you're on an ATV or a UTV, don't be afraid to make suspension changes to your machine. You know, a lot of people, they go out, they buy a new machine, never, ever, ever touch the suspension. A lot of folks will go and they'll put an exhaust on it, engine mods, clutching. Never once touch that or look at that suspension. And I'm kind of the opposite. This machine here, the engine and the exhaust are stock. I did put a different secondary spring in it. But the biggest thing I researched when I got this machine is, what's the suspension like? What do people like and what don't they like? And a lot of people said the springs that came stock with this machine were not very good. And a lot of people talked about replacing them with Bandit UTV springs. This, we turned left. This is, Buckatabon Creek, by the way. And now we're gonna take a left on Buckatabon. So anyway, though, about the suspension, so I called Bandit UTV and I asked them what are their thoughts. Kind of gave him what kind of stuff I ride in, how I like my ride to kind of feel, how much weight I carry, stuff like that. They personally think that on this particular machine, the Arctic Cat Wildcat Trail, the Fox valving in the shocks is good. The problem is the tension on the springs doesn't seem to hold up. And based on the way I load the machine, the way I ride the machine, they felt medium rate springs were good. I personally, I've had this machine, 1,764 miles now. And approximately all but 90 of them have had this suspension. And the little bit that I rode with the stock shocks, I completely agree with them. I think this was a good setup for me. So anyway, folks, I'm coming up to where I go to meet Junior, so I'll probably shut up for a minute and check back with you later. Alright, friends, so we didn't get all three of our kiosks in, so we'll have to save one for another day, but we got two of them done, so that's good. Then we ended the day here around 9 o'clock. The Buckatabon Lodge staff went ahead and left their, or asked their kitchen staff to stay a little bit, and they cooked us pizza and hot wings and cheese curds. I don't remember if there's anything else, but much love to those folks. We sure do appreciate that. So if you get a chance, if you're in this area, make sure and stop at Buckatabon Lodge for some for some food, some good times. It's 10:30 now. Oh, by the way, check out this light. I don't recall what the brand is. It's like R-Tech or something like that. My buddy Gene gave it to me. So, this moment made possible by Gene. Thank you, Gene. Let's see here. So anyway, so total trip mileage, we're halfway, obviously, right? Because I'm just now getting on my way home. I'm at 56 miles now. So it's going to be about 110 miles total. It is now right about 10:30. And we're going to make our way back home. It's going to take somewhere around 2 hours. So we'll see. I might do, it's kind of starting to rain a little bit. So I'm probably not going to play around a lot. I might just run a lot of asphalt to get back. We'll see. But at any rate, so I'm just going to go ahead and pay attention to the drive. I'll keep the cameras on. I don't know how good the footage is. If it's not good, I will see you next, you know, either in town or at home. So we'll talk then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're back in Woodruff. We just stopped at the Amoco station, filled the machine and the can back up. We're at right around 100 miles. So I pounded a lot of pavement this time. It does cut down a couple miles. Speed is not much faster, if I'm honest. It's still... PRG disconnected. It still is 12:15, so it took me around an hour and 45 minutes so far. I still have a couple miles to go, but it won't take long. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed our video, and if you have any questions, comments, you know, if you want to know more about the area, if you have an area up here in northern Wisconsin you're curious about and you'd like to see me go travel it, let me know in the comments section. Otherwise, I hope you have happy trails from Gunner and I. We'll see you later.